From a hype standpoint alone, this episode was absolutely incredible, guys, okay? From a hype standpoint alone, that Kamehameha was one of the best ones I've ever seen, and what it was is that Ultra Instinct was being used as, like, the shield. It was used as a shield in the sense that Goku wasn't thinking at all. All he was thinking about is, okay, I need to build this up because I don't have any more energy, and it all comes down to this final attack. UI was used as security to ensure Goku would be able to explode all over Kefla. Okay, and I'm not even gonna lie to you guys, just seeing Goku dodging all of Kefla's blasts, that was just, oh my god, because according to Master Roshi, every single one of them could have killed Goku, alright? And Goku's ear, like you see, is like part of his hair getting messed up, and then, you know, he almost gets hit, but then that final scene where he just literally slides on top of Kefla's final blast, because she was giving it her all as well. She hadn't been able to keep going at it, you know, Goku. She was almost at her limit, but Goku just came through, man, just exploding all over her, man. I mean, if that was not some Krispy Kreme crazy action, I don't know what was, man. And I'm so happy Kefla's gone. I am so happy we do not have to deal with her anymore because, yes, at first, maybe, you know, she could have worked with Goku to fight Jiren. That would have been really great, like two Saiyans working together from different universes. That's really nice. But as more and more time went on, it made less sense to do something like that because Goku was giving it his all in this fight, which is part of the reason why he acquired the State of Mind Ultra Instinct once again. If Goku is, you know, tapping into all of his energy, his inner potential in the fight against Kefla, why would it be that Goku and Kefla are not going to just team up now to fight Jiren? That doesn't make much sense. So this fight, Toei really pushed everything onto it. They really want us to be excited about Kefla versus Ultra Instinct Goku. And by the end of the episode, man, I forgot about all of the stuff Toei's been writing in regards to, like, the power scaling and how it's been off. And I was just watching that, and I was just so amazed, because it was executed so beautifully. I mean, you can feel how you want about the actual writing, but from a hype standpoint alone, this episode was phenomenal. I mean, you can't tell me you didn't enjoy seeing Kefla, who was like, Goku, you're finished now, we're about to do it, Like, you can't tell me you didn't enjoy seeing those two just get, like, penetrated so hard by that blast. Like, you know when it hit, that it was just gonna be some, like, insurmountable levels of destruction. Like, honestly, before the attack landed, I thought it was just gonna be, like, all white. Like, you couldn't even see the actual impact, and it was so powerful that, forget about the Motara being slid over to Goku and Vegeta for use. That thing got absolutely wrecked in the middle of all that devastation. And I think they did a pretty decent job with Kefla's character in this week because they weren't trying to push her as somebody who's equal to Ultra Instinct Goku. They were pushing her as someone who was just this volatile, like, bomb of destruction. Like, she was, like, spamming, like, lasers from every direction. I mean, she was not thinking at all about any of her teammates, about anybody else potentially. She was just thinking about, like, I'm just gonna explode and hopefully Goku gets hit. Where the problem lies is how they might explain her mastering this power in the future. Like, she's extremely volatile, but suddenly she's able to utilize this power in the most efficient of ways without any actual training going in. Right? So whereas she's just exploding with power, maybe in the end she needs to concentrate the power in one direction. And she ends up being able to do that. How? We don't know. And just because she's a Universe 6 Saiyan. That being said, though, I want to put it to rest. Kefla Super Saiyan 2 is not equal to Ultra Instinct Goku. So for anybody worried about that, do not worry. Those two things are not equal. They basically explained it in this week's episode as Goku was getting some clean hits in on Kefla. But for some reason, Kefla was still standing up time and time again, which explained that his attacks are still somewhat ineffective because he has not mastered Ultra Instinct yet. Specifically because he can't utilize UI when he switches to attack. So this pretty much confirms the fact that Ultra Instinct isn't this just transformation, it's this state of mind that you constantly work towards, and the more better you get at it, the more all of your stats are bettered. Whether it be defensive stats, whether it be attack stats, speed stats, all these different stats, they can be perfected. Goku, while he has, like, the speed and the defense down, he doesn't really have the attack down. So for anybody wondering, like, will Goku get more powerful in Ultra Instinct in the future? The answer is yes, and thankfully, he's probably not going to master it in the Tournament of Power, although Goku seems to be quite confident that he knows how to do it, and he said that in this week's episode. You know, things are going down when Jiren's like skipping out on his meditation, right? Which I believe has something to do with Ultra Instinct, and again, some of the attacks Goku was using in this episode are very reminiscent to the way Jiren fights. So just to give you some food for thought right there, Jiren's like, you know what, all this meditation stuff, let's put it to the side. I need to witness this fight for myself. And in many ways, it wasn't really even a fight because it was just some one-sided. Like, Kefla's just going off on Goku, and Goku's like learning the ins and the outs of the Ultra Instinct. He's mostly just dodging throughout this week's episode. His motto from the start wasn't, I'm just gonna go off on Kefla. It was more like, I'm gonna learn the ins and the outs of the Ultra Instinct, and by the end, I'm guessing I need to take Kefla out because she is getting too volatile, and that's where the Kamehameha came in. And of course, he was losing more stamina and energy, and ultimately, it is taxing on his body. He needs to finish her off. Though you can get an idea of what Toei was going for when they recycled the scene they used in the Jiren fight against Kefla. So they weren't trying to give it their all from an offensive standpoint. They were just trying to show us Ultra Instinct once again, because I truly believe this is all just build up for the Jiren fight once again, which is absolutely insane because it's like, where's Goku gonna get the energy from? Honestly, think about it. Where's he get? Maybe Frieza could slide him some like he did last time? Maybe Goku still has large reserves and he's just playing with us? He's just acting as if he doesn't, right? Because again, he spent a good portion of this Tournament of Power just fighting in regular old yellow hair form Super Saiyan so that he could save up energy, but it's still like, okay, he's used up Ultra Instinct twice now to where he's there on the ground almost passed out. Alright, clearly he's running out of energy at the very least, so they need to explain that in one way. I know they made a big deal out of like Kefla's attacks this week, like apparently she felt as if she could destroy an entire universe, which would be very interesting if they weren't fighting in the world of Void, right? But they were acting as if like, you know, Goku could die from one shot, but like some of these attacks, some of these hits that Kefla was taking straight on, it truly felt like she could have been knocked out, or at the very least she could have been out of bounds from those attacks as well. So this is just Dragon Ball and things get really hectic and over-destructive, so you don't even really know how to measure the amount of destruction. Because I'll put it to you guys like this, if Kale and Kefla both master Super Saiyan Blue and they fuse together, yeah, they would be way stronger than Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta, and they would absolutely wipe the floor with this current Ultra Instinct Goku. Come on now, don't even lie to yourselves. At the very least, that's the way Toei has been writing Kefla. She is broken, okay? I know people were getting on me last week like, Double Four, how could you hype up Kefla? I'm not hyping Kefla up, Toei is. I'm just reporting on what I'm seeing. She feels like she could destroy a universe, guys. You know how something like that could escalate if Goku was fighting at full power and they weren't in the world of Void? That might just be a universe's destruction. It might just threaten the balance of the world order or something, in the same way that Beerus and Champa, when they were going at it, they had to stop because, like, you saw everything just disintegrating. How did you guys feel about Kefla? You felt like she overstayed her welcome? Me, personally, I'm glad she was used as a stepping stone for Goku's Ultra Instinct. But I feel like Kale and Kefla, period, were here much longer than they should have been. Seemingly next week, guys, Goku's going to be going at it again. Again. Now, obviously not an Ultra Instinct, but it's crazy to me that he just can't catch a break. They are abusing him, okay? Trying to milk that Ultra Instinct while it still lasts. And they were trying to hype up the Namekians, like the Universe 6 Namekians. At the end of the episode, I'm just like, come on now. Really? The Universe 6 Namekians? I thought this episode was awesome, despite what they've been doing to Vegeta, but that's not a highlight of this episode. That's been going on for some time now. Vegeta is interested in Ultra Instinct, guys. He wants to master it. If Kakarot can do it, I can do it as well. And I love the flashback that he had, you know, remembering, you know, the time when he trained with Goku and Whis. And at the end of the day, he remembers what Whis told Vegeta, that Goku, he can learn something like this easier because he doesn't think, whereas he overthinks. And I'm wondering if that's going to be the deciding factor, in the sense that, is he going to attain Ultra Instinct the same way that Goku has, or maybe his own unique power-up, his own unique version of it? Either way, he is